Hey, this is the World Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is the question of, is the left responsible for the border crisis? Now, for anyone who knows about the border crisis is a crisis going on in the United States where a lot of people from Latin America are heading into the United States from the southwestern border of the United States, and it is creating a crisis in a lot of American cities and American uniforms. So what I want to talk about is the left is responsible for that crisis. So let's get started. So when it comes to the question, straight up the answer is actually no. The left is not responsible for the border crisis. Now this might come as a shock because there's so much propaganda saying the left is responsible, the left is responsible, the left is responsible. But the truth of the matter is, when you actually dig deep, like anything that relates to the left or the right, you actually realize a lot of the issues are actually always literally caused fundamentally by the right in the first place. So let me explain why. Now the reason why is it simply comes down to the fact of the matter of obviously what is causing a lot of instability in Latin America. Not even just historically, but for now. It's the war on drugs. Who created the war on drugs? It was the right wing who created the war on drugs. The war on drugs has destabilized a lot of nations in Latin America, and for that very reason of that destabilization, a lot of the people there are very poor, and not just very poor, they live in very violent places, for that matter, where violence such as people being shot, beheaded, and all that type of stuff is going on an every day-to-day basis, okay? Who were the ones who created that policy in the first place? Ronald Reagan. And what party is Ronald Reagan? He's a conservative. And who are the ones who still continuing on to this very day, when literally just about all the left have said, we should get rid of this issue? It's the right wing. So a lot of the violence and all these chaos in the first place is caused by the right wing in the first place. They were the ones who enforced the silly rule in all honesty, and because of that, you're now seeing what the result in the end of the day is. Okay? They should have just simply not done it. They should have just simply not did this rule in the first place. And for that very rule in the first place, now you see a lot of this destabilization in their nation, for that matter. And as a result of that, it's eventually going to, for all you know, trickle even into the United States. Because these cartels are very violent and create a lot of chaos and a lot of pain and suffering. And it will eventually trickle into a massive way in the United States. And whose fault is that? It's not the left wing's fault. The left wing were not the ones who created it. It was Ronald Reagan, and now with Ronald Reagan, to this very day that the same party is still enforcing the war. So that's why Latin America is so poor, and it's the reason why they're so poor. As a drug cartels create a lot of issues, not even just through the violence itself, but obviously because they become so powerful through the drugs, they create a culture of corruption and so on and so forth, which due to that corruption, it destabilizes the nation because not a lot of things do not get done, whether it comes to infrastructure, or other things that are of critical importance to the nation. They don't get done properly, okay, because of the narco corridos or drug cartels, whatever you like to call them, okay, because a lot of them are crooked, and even if you do something, you have to pay them. So it creates an effect where just through them alone, they literally destroy the nation. It's already known that the people who run Mexico don't even have much power. And even if they have some degree of power, the narco corridos are always behind them to control them. So the truth of the matter is, without a shadow of a doubt, they've destabilized the nation, and who are the ones who gave them, who helped put them in that position of power anyway, for their policies the right way. So that's the first point, okay? And when it comes to if that issue were to end, then they wouldn't have as much power. So anyway, so that pretty much answers the first reason why Latin America, why the border crisis is so. Now the second reason why, when it comes to the reason why the border crisis, is as bad as it is it simply comes down to the fact of a lot of the people who are actually hiring Latin Americans to come to work in the United States. Believe it or not, you may be surprised to realize are actually conservatives. A lot of these so-called conservatives complain about, oh, there's too much illegal immigration, there's not enough jobs for Americans, and blah, 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 blah. Have for years now been hiring illegal immigrants to work on their land and do things for them. And as a result of that, obviously, if people are going to go like, okay, there's going to be someone who's actually going to hire us, then what do you think they're going to do? More and more of them are going to come in. So obviously, as a result of that, for that very reason, more and more and more and more and more of them are consistently going to be coming into the United States. Okay? Besides, the other day, they wouldn't be able to go in the United States if there wasn't someone who, of course, was willing to offer them a job. So for that very reason, that second main reason, that's why it's their fault. A lot of these companies are conservative run, and they hire these people all the time. Just like even when you look at common sense, like when it comes to the types of jobs these people get, whether it comes to jobs like working on manual farms, which a lot of illegal immigrants tend to do, okay, or other ones that rely, like construction work and stuff, but particularly related to agriculture, what fields of occupation stereotypically, politically, is associated with that, conservatives. So who exactly is to blame here? Is it the left wing's fault or is it a conservative's fault? That's what I'm trying to say here. So whose fault is that? So obviously a lot of these farm lands and these places are conservative territory. So if they're hiring them, then what are they complaining about? Okay, so without a shadow of a doubt, it is a conservative. Everyone wants to blame the left wing, 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 but no, it's actually their fault, because if you weren't hiring them, then they wouldn't be coming in the United States the way that they are. So truth be told, without a shadow of a doubt, it's the right wing's fault. It's not the left wing's fault. It's the right wing's fault. Okay, I'm not saying the left wing can't do a better job when it comes to controlling the border, but if you're gonna create the stepping stones for this issue in the first place, then you're obviously more responsible for the one who has to actually deal with the particular issue. So that's exactly the truth of the matter. The right wing is more responsible than the left wing is. So anyway, this is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video and videos like this, remember to thumbs this video up and hit the subscribe button. This is all I have to say, and simply put it, later.